Hello, and welcome to my channel. This is Floyd Humphreys at floydhumphreys.com. And today, I want to talk about retiring before you're 30 if you're in your early 20s. Now, a lot of people, when they're in their early 20s, aren't thinking too much about retirement. They're young, and everything's easy. But one day you get old. So if you work at it, you can retire in just 3 to 5 short years. Now, sometimes that means you're going to be giving up a little bit, but let's look at something. If you just put some money aside every month, how long would that take? Well, it would take a long time, actually. If you put $100 a month away, that's only $1,200 a year, and at the rate of inflation, you're almost better off spending it than you are saving it, because the banks are paying such a low % interest that the money that they give you on your savings will buy less in 5 years than it will now. So what in the hell's the point of even saving in the first place? That's just stupid. I mean, you should save a little bit, of course, because everybody needs a little bit of cash on hand, you know. So you should save some cash, not necessarily in the bank. That's probably the worst investment on earth. And you don't know if they're going to be safe either, you know. They talk about having a bail-in instead of a bail-out. What that means is if you've got $100,000 in the savings, they'll probably just take half of it and say, well, that's your share. They call it a haircut. And all the bankers have already said that with 100% certainty that this is what they're going to do. So I don't recommend that you keep any more money in the bank than you need in the bank. Now, you have a certain amount of debit cards. Hopefully you use debit cards instead of credit cards, because there's no sense in paying for the money you spend on your utilities and mortgage and whatever all month long. So use a debit card. You don't need any credit cards. And just keep enough in there to pay your monthly expenses, whatever else, you know. And the money, the cash that you have that's in addition to that, well, just stash it somewhere. Put it in a coffee can, you know. Put it in your pillow. Put it somewhere where you know where it is. Nobody else knows where it is. And, you know, you can buy a few little precious metals here and there if you want, you know. Silver is pretty cheap right now, and it will go up. And but that's not how I'm talking about retiring, because that's not going to do it. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years is going to go by, and you're not going to be retired if you do any of the things I've talked about just now. But you can retire. Let's say you're 21. I'm going to show you how you can retire by the time you're 26. Maybe by the time you're 25. And when I say retire, I mean on $20, $30, $40, $50,000 cash a month that comes in whether you work or whether you don't. It comes in if you stay in bed all day. It comes in anyway. So that's the kind of retirement I'm talking about. And I'm talking about you can do it. And it's not difficult. Now, you have to be committed to it, though, because, you know, it's just like savings, you know. If you save for a while and then you go blow it, you know, it ruins the whole program. So you got to be committed. You got to be dedicated, and you got to decide that's what you're going to do. And you got to give it a high-ranking priority in your life. I mean, you know, if it comes down to, you know, well, gee, I want to go out and for dinner and dancing or drinking or whatever, You know that's going to cost $50 or $100. Well, if you need that $50 or $100 to work in your program, then you put it in the program, and the drinking and dinner can wait. It can wait 3 or 4 years if it needs to, because all you're going to do is eat it and shit it out anyway, and then in the morning it's all going to be gone, so what the hell good was it to spend the money on it? So what I'm talking about is putting together a plan, and I'm going to show you how to do it. And I've got the vehicle for you to do it. Now you're going to go into business, and what you're going to do is you're going to build yourself a customer base. You're not going to have to do too much of it yourself. You're going to have to build it for about the first year all by yourself. You'll have other people to help you along the way, but basically your first year is an investment in time, an investment in money, and an investment in dedication, investment in perseverance. So I'm going to tell you about a product, CBD. Now for the longest time, CBD was illegal. But then people pulled their head out of their arse and realized that God created that plant with a lot of medicinal qualities. And it helps so many things. It's a miracle plant. It's like a miracle in a bottle. So, everybody needs it. All mammals have CBD receptors, and that means that you were designed to take CBD. If you're not taking CBD, then you're screwing up. That's just that simple. So you need to be taking it whether you know it or not. Everybody does. And, the body was designed to heal itself, and it can. But, the stuff we eat a lot of times is just junk. And sometimes we don't eat the stuff we need. Now, mother's milk has CBD in it, and it helps the baby's brain develop. It helps the baby's immune system develop. It's important stuff. But just because you're not a baby anymore doesn't mean you don't need it anymore. You still need it. In fact, your body actually produces it. Sometimes not in great enough quantities. So, fortunately, it's legal in all 50 states and around the world, actually. And so there you go. It's easy to obtain. Now, around the world, it's still illegal if it has THC in it. But My Daily Choice, HempWorks, has CBD without THC in it. You can get it either way. The plant itself has up to 0.3% of THC, which is 0.003. It's just a very trace amount. And the FDA of the United States has deemed that it's safe. And that's why it's legal in all 50 states. In fact, President Trump signed the Farm Bill, and that makes hemp a national crop, so that tobacco farmers that were losing their shirt because it's a declining product can now grow hemp instead, which is booming. And the demand for hemp is massive. Everywhere you look, people are talking about hemp. It's just the thing right now. Well, anyway, it doesn't take a whole lot of people to build an incredibly large sales network. Now just think about this. You've heard of network marketing, and maybe you've heard good, maybe you've heard bad. If you've heard bad about it, they were lying, because there is no downside to network marketing today. All of the things that people bitch about are pretty much illegal. The government's made it so that they protect you from yourself, And so you can't lose money like in the olden days when you had to buy a bunch of product. It's not like that anymore. No company has you buy a bunch of product. You only buy what you personally consume, and that's it, period. And you don't sell it to anybody. If anybody that you talk to wants product, they buy directly from the company. So you're not a warehouse. You don't do any shipping and receiving. You don't do any inventory. Now here's the thing. And it's the ultimate in free enterprise. Now you think about this while you're screwing around doing what you're doing, because you're not getting rich doing what you're doing, because it's just not going to make you $50,000 a month, what you're doing right now, if you're 20 years old, or 21, or 22, or whatever. So you build this organization, and you need to subscribe to my channel because I've got a lot of other videos so that you can learn exactly how to do it, and I've got a lot of training. But the thing is, if you just get five people that get 5 people that get 5 people, da-da-da-da-da, it isn't very long until you've got well over 1 million people. In fact, on the 10th level, you've got 1 million people on just that one level alone. Now, in My Daily Choice, that's how far they pay down commissions, is 10th level. And in matching bonuses, they pay to infinity. So the thing is, it's such a simple thing. You know, word of mouth, you get it. So, you know, people say, well, I can't get all that people. I'd have to have 1,000 people in my organization. Well, yeah, but you only get 5 of them. And you work with those 5 people. Now, you might have to get 25. You might even have to get 125 before you find 5 that are not deadbeats, or 5 that are not quitters, or 5 that are not, you know, socialists that think somebody owes them something and they need something for free. They don't want to work. They're just lazy asses. You know, there are people like that in the world, like about half of them. But anyhow, you only need a very few amount of people yourself, and you help those people get a very few amount of people themselves. So no one individual does a lot of work, but it becomes a massive team effort. It's a team effort, and you build a team, and that's where the money is. And so when you get 5 that get 5, that is 25, plus your 5 is 30. Well, the next level down is 125. The next level down is 625. Next level down is 3125, you know, or 3905. So what happens is you got thousands of people right there, you know, just in 3 or 4 levels deep. And so what happens is nobody buys more than what they use themselves. But you can build this sales organization. Now, it isn't going to be built overnight. That's why I'm telling you, you're not going to retire by Friday. It's a 3 to 5 year project. Realistically, that's what it is. But you can do it. Now, there's bazillions of free training on the internet, because you're not the only one doing this. There's a lot of people doing it. People have realized there is no easier way on planet Earth to make money than network marketing. I mean, there is no easier way, period. There's no way that's less expensive, period. And automatic. It's automated. So, in other words, a company has sales funnels, and you get websites, and you get landing pages and automated sales funnels. And when people go to these places, they get on these email lists, and it sells them for you. You don't even have to. You don't have to sell anybody anything ever. You don't even have to talk to anybody ever if you don't want to. It's all automated, about 95% automated. So you get a big, back office control panel and everything. You can do the whole thing online, you know. And, some people, go to events and swap meets and different things. And some people use social media. And there's just thousands of different videos that tell you how to do it with Facebook, or how to do it with Instagram, or how to do it with Twitter, or how to do it with MeWe, or how to do it with LinkedIn, or whatever your social media is. So, and those things are generally free, so it doesn't cost you any money to do that. And of course, you can run ads. You can do pay advertising. That's what I do mostly. And but anyway, the thing is you can do it. Now, I don't have time to explain all the particulars and details and all that, but you just think about this. If you're in your early 20s and you want to be retired by the time you're 30, this is what you need to do. There is no better product on the face of the earth. There is no better company on the face of the earth. And you can do it. And people are already doing it. In fact, there's people that are already making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. Imagine that. Hundreds of thousands of dollars per month, whether they sleep or whether they get up and eat breakfast or not. It's automated. So, and nobody buys more than what they personally consume, ever. It's just that simple. So, subscribe to this channel and go to my blog and learn all you can and join my team. And I'll help you. And that's another thing. is that it's a binary, which means, you know, it's like 2 that get 2 that get 2 that get 2 that get 2. And so what happens is there's a lot of spillover. And so, but I build one of those legs for you. You got a right leg and you got a left leg, and I build one of them for you. In fact, both of my legs right now are thousands of levels deep already right now. So, and that can happen for you. And so I'm going to build half of your business for you. You just got to build one leg. And not only that, but I run these contests every once in a while, and I'll run advertising campaigns in your name. Send them to your landing page, and you get all the commissions and the profit and everything. I mean, this is fantastic. So, subscribe and like this video, and learn all you can. Join my team, and I hope you have a great day.